All right, you guys. Well, welcome back to the Dave. Well, I'm gonna mess it up. Dave and Joe Liberty Stand.
I know.
Thank you for tuning in again. We're back, and we are discussing a presidential candidate right now for the 2016 elections.
Yeah, he's a struggling guy. He's trying to stay up there.
He's number one right now.
Oh yeah.
What's his name?
I don't know. It's on all the buildings.
Trump?
Yeah, I think it's Trump. Yeah.
So that was the next topic. I mean, he's said some things recently.
No, we're not just doing this because that's like one of the highest rated shows. I think it needs to be talked about.
Because we're one of the highest rated shows, is that what we said?
Yeah, at a whopping 30 some odd viewers, but yeah.
So,
no, well, ask me something. I'm better that way instead of just launching into something.
well, he's been saying some controversial things. What do you think he's
doing
right now?
Okay, the Muslims, no Muslims in the country.
Yeah,
blah,
that's
blah, blah.
one
Okay,
I'm aware of.
I think that's wrong, first of all, because First Amendment, I'm sorry, that we started this country so that people that were persecuted from their religion could come and express their religion.
But I think what he's saying is...
No, I know what he's saying. He's saying no more Muslims. Okay, that's what he said. No more immigrants is right at this moment. I agree. Not Muslim or not. You know what? We have taken so many people in, legally and illegally, for so long. We are losing our culture as Americans, and it is a purposeful thing by the people in charge of this government. And it actually has been going on for years, okay? Obama's the worst at it, but it's been going on before that. And we are losing our culture.
It comes, like you said, and I've heard other presidential candidates talking about, is the Constitution. Does the Democratic Party even acknowledge the Constitution?
They hate it. They despise it. And not
Do they mention it, though? Are they saying anything
well,
about
okay,
it?
Obama said this, which I find fascinating since he studied the Constitution in college. The Constitution is laws that are against the government power instead of against
the people.
I forget how he phrased it.
The Constitution.
So basically, he said it right. But that's the point. It's to suppress the government against the people. It's supposed to suppress the government against. That's what it's supposed to do.
Limit the government.
Limit the government.
And what did he say?
He thinks that's wrong. We can't do anything for you because of this document.
Oh, okay.
He finds that a roadblock,
I see.
No, it's a roadblock because the government has has absolutely no business in our individual lives. These people see everybody as groups. They try to dice everybody up and put everybody against each other. So the government's going to do this for this group, and this for this group, and this for this group. And if if anybody rises up and tries to stop all this government power, well, you're going to take away from this group. So this group gets all riled up, and they think these groups are going to, they're upset with them, and they hate them, and they're prejudiced against them, and all this.
So I know we're going way off here, but do you think Obama really has a good heart of an agenda? Because evil men, they will still...
I think he believes in what he's doing, if that's what you're meaning.
But so do you think he has a corrupt agenda? He knows it? Or do you think he's just blinded to the fact that... I mean, does he really think he's trying to do good?
I understand your question. I go around...
I guess, can you know the heart of a man?
I guess I just don't give a shit. Sorry. I don't care. I don't care. Because it's so destructive.
No matter where he's going,
no matter what,
it's wrong.
very wrong, and it's very destructive in a colossal way. It's so horrible and so wrong, and I don't care.
That way of thinking to make things
if he actually thinks that's a great plan, and that's he doesn't believe in the country, he believes in the globe. Okay, the way that you hear okay, we're not
country's
on,
evil.
We're done on Trump now, I guess. I don't know, but
we'll come back to him. But
this show's supposed to be.
I know, we're gonna relabel it.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll work this in, because I've said this before, especially with our good friend Cecily, who's very attractive and pretty girl. Back in the Mosey on Main Street days.
That was 20 years ago.
That was a long time ago. But and she was a fan of Trump, and I said, well, don't you think we got a guy in office right now that is very similar? When I started rattling off about Donald Trump, about he's for himself, he's for what do you call that? Domain, where that you use the government to take somebody else's property for your own use. He's all right with it. He's okay to use the government for anything he wants to do. Don't you think we already got a guy like that right now? Why is that? Why is that better than because maybe he talks on the other side of where he is? He still wants to do the same thing. It is wrong. We don't want it on either side, and he's not on the right side anyway.
So it's so that's about government control.
Okay, this guy does whatever it takes to succeed. I mean, I'm talking about moral or immoral. He crushes people. He goes after them. He cuts them down. He destroys them. Let's put the power of the federal government behind this guy. That's a good idea. We got that right now. Okay? That only he's going to be worse because he actually has been in the real world and knows how to use it better. So, no Donald Trump.
Yeah. Well, but he believes in America.
Yeah, he does. He believes in Donald Trump's America.
Let's go back though to the we don't know the heart of Obama, but the fact that does he think he's doing the right? Because he's got 2 children. Okay. Does he think he's doing the right thing? Is he deceived?
Okay. Do you think he thinks of his 2 children like any other people's 2 children?
Well, the scripture says an evil man.
The scripture says.
Yeah.
He thinks he is God, okay? He doesn't care what the scripture says. He doesn't know what the
I'm not saying he does, but I'm saying the scripture talks about an evil man.
We're talking about Obama. And you just told me he's got 2 children, so that means you're applying your logic to him. No.
I'm saying, and we do need to apply this scripture to.
Well, not him, because he doesn't apply it to himself.
No, when we look at the world, we filter it through the scripture. In the Bible, God says.
Who is we?
God's people.
Okay. The problem in God's people. The problem is people that aren't God's people, and that's why we're
right. But as we discuss and look at things, though, an evil man loves his child still.
Yes. So, and they will protect them because
he thinks
they screw everybody else, and they're going to be protected because they're his kids.
But I think it goes back to what you were saying, though. He's a globalist,
right?
So he wants everyone to be equal, have the equal everything. Right?
Which means nobody can all be on top. So that means everything's got to be down and everybody's equally miserable. That is what that means. Not everybody can aspire to be on top, which is what America is all about.
Right.
Any single person here, no matter what, can be anything they want to be. And you don't have to be that smart. You don't have to be... All you got to do is learn something. Get a skill. Have a clue. Embrace the freedom and run with it. Okay, here's what I can and can't do. I know what I can't do. Here's what I can do. What can I do with that to use these great freedoms to do good for myself? No, they don't want that. No, because not everybody can do that. Not everybody wants that. Because they don't want to teach that. They think that's wrong. Because that enables the individual, the person. They want a group. Because guess what groups do? They bow to the authority.
Mm-hmm.
To give me my stuff. Give me my stuff. Okay, here's your little thing.
Mm-hmm. We'll pacify you
and
with what you want.
But if you go out and you get your own thing, man, there's no limit to that.
Right.
You can have whatever you want. They don't want that because that means they don't have to come to you for that, and they have no power. They want the power. That's what that's all about. And I'm sorry, and I will throw Trump back in because
we'll go back to him.
This is what the show's supposed to be about. But but he's the same way. He's exactly the same way.
Well, and I'm trying to get back, I guess, into...
He just comes off better. He's just way better at masking himself than Obama is at this point. Obama doesn't have a reason to mask himself anymore. He'll be elected again. So.
Right. Well, we're going to wrap this one up so we can continue this conversation. So we'll be back. We will be back. We're the Dave and Joe Liberty Stand. Thanks a lot.
All right.
Guys.
Thanks, everybody.
God bless you.